Good day, Philippines! We'll bring you the pulse of the moment, broadcasting live October 9, 2025. This is the EOW News Network. Mula sa'yo, para sa bayan. Here are today's top stories. What is obligation? The elements of obligation. The sources of obligation. What is civil and natural obligation? First, on our stories is about what is obligation. Let's hear the report of Bruce Tacolod. Bruce?
Thank you, Miss Alicia. I'm currently at Santo Domingo Church to interview our fellow citizens about obligation. Excuse me, Miss. Pwede ko po ba kayo ma-interview?
Yes naman po.
Para po sa inyo, ano pong obligation?
For me, is something you need to do most of us. Ako talaga tayo sa obligasyon. Halimbawa ay nagbabayad tayo ng utang sa pinagkakutangan natin. Yun lang po.
Thank you, Miss, for sharing your time. To elaborate more on that, here is our resident expert, Mr. Raymond Babor.
According to Article 1156 of the Civil Code of the Philippines, define obligation as juridical necessity. To what? To give, to do, or not to do. When we say juridical necessity, in case of non-compliance, the court may be called upon by the aggrieved party to enforce the fulfillment of the obligation. For example, kapag si Ana yung umutang kay Ben ng 50,000 and meron silang kasunduang pinirmahan, si Ana ay obligado ng bayaran si Ben within that period of time. Now, when we speak of juridical necessity, if Ana fails to pay Ben, Ben can go to court and demand Ana to pay, and the law will enforce Ana's obligation.
Thank you, Mr. Babor, for the interview. I am Bruce Tacolod, and this is EOW News mula sa'yo para sa bayan.
Thank you, Mr. Tacolod. Our next talk is all about elements of obligations. Here is our news correspondent, Jocelyn Pabua. Jocelyn?
Thank you, Alicia. I'm here now at Quezon Avenue. We'll interview some of the locals about elements of obligation. Maaari po ba kayo ma-interview?
Maaari naman po.
Bakit po mahalaga na malaman ang elemento ng obligation?
Para po sa akin is para po maprotektahan po yung aking karapatan and to avoid legal trouble po yun lamang.
Thank you po. Here is our expert, Irene Jane Molina, for further explanation.
Magandang hapon po sa lahat ng nasa studio, and syempre, good afternoon to all our viewers ngayong araw. I hope all is well and safe. My insight and understanding of our topic, which is I think the basic foundation when you are taking business courses. Kasi nga ang headline ngayon is obligation. Sa totoo lang, aminin natin, maraming takot sa obligasyon. But to be serious, under the Civil Code of the Philippines, gaya nga ng sabi ni Attorney Raymond, Article 1156 defined obligation as a juridical necessity to give, to do, or not to do. Isa-isahin natin. Juridical necessity. Ano nga ba itong juridical necessity? Well, juridical necessity is in case of non-compliance, the court may call upon the aggrieved party to enforce the fulfillment of the obligation. Kaya juridical necessity kasi pwede kang pumunta sa korte in case of non-fulfillment. Pero hindi lahat ng obligation we can consider as obligation under the Civil Code, dahil pwedeng ang pagmamahal niya o mo sa kanya. Hindi mo yan pwedeng ipilit sa korte. Char! Kidding aside, so when we speak obligation, kailangan it's a juridical necessity of what? To give, to do, or not to do. Merong elements ang obligation. So, dapat kompleto to. 4 sila, ang active subject, passive subject, prestation, juridical type. Well, dun muna tayo sa active subject, which is the obligee, creditor, kung tawagin. Passive subject naman is the obligor. Kung malilito kayo sa dalawang, tinatandaan ko dito is passive subject. So, passive, maipapasa. That is why, ito yung tinatawag natin debtor. Kasi siya yung may obligasyon. Dapat kasi, 2 parties yan. So, may creditor and debtor. Dapat, it's a two-way obligation, sabi nga, ika nga. Kung may nagpautang, may umutang. Kung may nagreklamo, may magko-comply. The third one is prestation. Ito na may tumutukol sa object. O ano nga ba ang kailangan gawin? Either to give, to do, or not to do. Pang-apat naman is juridical tie. This is vinculum juris. Are the sources of the obligation that we'll tackle later ng ating mga kumpanyero. So, to be clarified, again, there are 4 elements of obligation. Active subject, passive subject, prestation, juridical tie. Active subject, the person who has the right to demand performance, and that is the creditor. Passive subject, the person who is obliged to perform, the debtor. And the prestation, the object, service, or act to be delivered, performed, or refrained from. Juridical tie, ito naman yung pumapalab dito yung the legal reason or sources of the obligation. Bigyan ko kayo ng isang sample para maisa-isa natin yung elements of obligation. Halimbawa, si Ella ay bumili ng laptop kay Ben na nagkakahalaga ng 30,000. Payable in 3 months. May pirmahan sila ng kontrata. So, ano doon ang active subject? Sino kaya doon yung creditor? Siyempre si Ben, kasi siyang may karapatang tumanggap ng bayad mula kay Ella. E sino naman yung passive subject? Si Ella, siyang may karapatang, may obligasyong magbayad ng installment kay Ben. Prestation, ito yung object o yung gawa ng pagbabayad ni Ella ng 10,000 kada buwan sa loob ng 3 buwan. Kasi 3 months to pay nga ang 30,000. Juridical tie, yung nagbabayad sa kanila na gawin yung mga obligasyon is dahil may kontrata silang ng bentahan. Legal na dahilan kung bakit may obligasyon si Ella kay Ben.
Thank you, Miss Irene Molino, for the information. I am Jocelyn Paua, EOW News, mula sa'yo para sa bayan.
Thank you, Ms. Pabua. Up next, sources of obligation, civil versus natural obligation. This is EOW News Update Network, mula sa'yo para sa bayan. You're still watching EOW News Network, mula sa'yo para sa bayan. Our next story is about sources of obligation. Here is our resident expert, Ms. Akira Gapus.
Good day and welcome to EOW News. Today, we take a closer look at a foundational principle in Philippine civil law. The source of obligation as outlined in Article 1157 of the Civil Code. Obligations arise from 5 main sources. Let's break them down. First, law. obligation ex lege. These are obligations imposed directly by legal provision even in the absence of a contract. Example, the obligation to pay taxes under the Bureau of Internal Revenue. Second, contracts, obligation ex contractu. These arise from agreements between parties that create binding commitments. Example, lease agreements, service contracts, and loan agreements. Third, quasi-contracts, obligation ex quasi-contractu. These are legal obligations that stem from lawful, voluntary, and unilateral acts. The principle here is simple. No one should be unjustly enriched at another's expense. Example, reimbursing someone who unknowingly paid your debt, known in law as solutio indebiti. Fourth, delicts, acts or omissions punished by law. When someone commits a criminal act, they may be legally bound to compensate the victim. Example, paying damages to a victim of theft or assault. And finally, quasi-delicts, also known as torts or culpa aquiliana. These obligations arise from negligent acts that cause harm, even if the act isn't classified as a crime. Example, a technician who accidentally damages a client's property during installation. To recap, the 5 sources of obligations are law, contracts, quasi-contracts, delicts, quasi-delicts. Understanding these sources is essential for anyone navigating legal responsibilities in the Philippines, whether you're signing a contract, paying taxes, or simply acting in good faith. The law ensures that obligations are clearly defined and fairly enforced. That's it for today's Legal Spotlight. Stay informed, stay empowered.
Thank you, Ms. Gapus. Civil and natural obligation. Here's Vanessa Junco to present our news. Vanessa?
Thank you, Alicia. I am currently at Manawi, Quezon City to ask our fellow citizens about what is the importance of knowing civil versus natural obligation. Excuse me, sir. Pwede po kami interview?
Yes po, pwede naman po.
Okay po, sir. What is the importance of knowing the civil versus natural obligation?
I think for me, knowing our natural help us to watch right, hindi dahil sinabi ng batas, pero dapat ito yung dapat natin gawin lamang.
Thank you, sir. So, ayan na po. Here is Mr. Asuncion to further explain the topic.
According to the Civil Code of the Philippines, Article 1423, obligations are civil or natural. Civil obligations give a right of action to compel their performance. Natural obligations not being based on positive law but on equity and natural law do not grant a right of action to enforce their performance, but after voluntary fulfillment by the obliger, they authorize the retention of what has been delivered or rendered by reason thereof. Some natural obligations are set forth in the following articles. Ang pakahulugan po nito ay may dalawang uri ng obligasyon, sibil at natural. Ang sibil na obligasyon ay maaaring ipilit o ilapit sa hukuman. May karapatang magsampa ng kaso. Ang natural na obligasyon naman ay hindi mapipilit sa batas, pero kusang loob na dapat tinupad ng may utang, hindi na maaaring bawiin ang ibinigay o iginawa nito.
Thank you, Mr. Asuncion. I'm Vanessa Junco of EOW News Network, mula sa iyo para sa bayan.
Thank you, Miss Vanessa. And that's the pulse of today. Clear and concise, stay informed, stay sharp. Until next time, this is Alicia Mamorno of EOW News, mula sa iyo para sa bayan.